Hey guys, it's KAL-EL of KAL-EL Daily. I know. I got some splaining to do. All I can say is I'm back and I missed you. And most importantly, since it's that time of the season, I gotta put a little love in this pickup because I do think the collection is now a better place for it. Is that is that was that not right? Okay, let's go. Who that is? Wait a minute. I think she looks familiar. Is that, could that be? I think you already know. For the youngins, that is the legendary Lucille Ball. Yes, that's Lucie. She had some splaining to do too. And this is Here's Lucie, the complete series. I am ecstatic to really have this. I've been trying to get my hands on this for a very long time and at a good price. I paid a little more than I wanted to pay, but it still was the cheapest price I've yet to see for it as a collection. You can track it down separately in single seasons. It's harder to do that way. Well, actually, it's harder either way. But this was in such good condition. I paid more than I would like to. Still was way less than what I see it still go for. Look at this artwork. Just so good. The pictures they chose, just so much nostalgia in them. They pop. You can literally feel the era. Look at season 1. You can literally feel that. It is so nostalgic. The way they made the color pop, because this is an older day, so they did really well on bringing these photos for the artwork out. I really enjoy this show. I can't tell you what season 1, 2, 3 are specifically. I've seen a lot of episodes scattered. I've never seen it all the way through. She has 3 shows, as you know. I Love Lucie, The Lucie Show, and this one, Here's Lucie. All great shows. Here's season 2, one of my favorite artworks. As you can even see here, her kids are at the forefront of this series. I love that it has individual seasons far as casing, and they didn't just throw it in a clamshell. But at the price they're charging, they should, right? I can't really be specific about the seasons because I've never watched it all the way through. I've watched a good chunk of it all the way through, but who knows if it was in order. It's not one of those shows anyway that you have to watch in order. Here's season 3. I gotta say, the Lucie show is still my favorite of the 3 shows. I feel they took more risk, and there's a lot of great guest stars in this. But this show here grows on me more and more because it plays and reruns a lot. I see it more than almost all of them. Who thought Lucille could have such a good chemistry to play off of like Mr. Mooney? Here's season 4 again. I just love these artworks. Look at these. They're just so good. They're back and forth, and it never gets old. This is coming from a time where they did 20 plus episodes each season. I will say, out of the 3 shows, this is more of her greatest hits where she knows what works. So she goes to her strengths, and I feel that she's more focused on putting her kids at the forefront. It doesn't take away from the show, but it's just more fine tuned. But for me, I like the edginess and the way they were swinging for the fences in the Lucie show. Here's season 5. Nice. Very nice picture. Look at that hair. It's just iconic, right? You can't ask for a better show than this if you're into this type of comedy and this type of era. And here's the final season, season 6. And they're one of the best comedy duos I've seen, probably top 10. Lucille Ball might be the queen of comedy, right? So, just very happy to have this great set. Special features. You remember those? Special features. I know you've seen them on every disc. I even love the library box set, whatever you want to call it. I am so glad to have this set. I found it locally. I just was like, oh my God, I got to have it. And I'm the guy that checks all the discs. They literally waited for me to check every disc. And you can imagine how many discs is in this set. I felt the way about having to pay for it. I still knew I got almost half of what it costs. Depending on where you go or who you get it from, it's definitely half. Nah, man, I don't know. I'm just very excited to have this. I'm finally done collecting all Lucie shows. I have them all. What better way to finish it off with this beautiful artwork? Great condition. It's used, but it's like mint. I'm going to enjoy reviewing these. Tell me, what do you think about this show? Have you watched this version of Lucie? Which one would be your favorite of her 3 shows? What do you think about her and Mr. Mooney's chemistry? Are you more into the classic I Love Lucie black and white era? Or is it just something you missed from your era? And if it is, I definitely recommend this. Next, Gilmore Girls. So the Gilmore Girls, this was a cool set. As I get older, I want to revisit a lot of shows that I missed. This was a girly girl show. One thing about it, I do remember seeing my guy Jared Padalecki from Supernatural. He plays Sam. I do remember him being in this. Maybe he was the boyfriend of the girl. I really don't know because I didn't watch this show. I just remember it coming on and then you change the channel. But hearing about it from all the girls, I can't tell you too much. I remember the lead actress here. I remember she was very popular at that time. So popular, in fact, that I'm surprised we don't see more of her in these days. And I don't know if I see the daughter. I don't know if I see her anymore. Maybe somebody can enlighten me on what she's been in since this show. I can't give you any thoughts on this show. I just know it was a great price. It went down to 40. Maybe it was 38. Maybe it was even 34 or 35. Hell, it might have been 30. But it was during a sale. Walmart had it. It just dropped. Because I was checking on it weeks prior and it always stayed at 50 to $52. It's since jumped back up to that price. I got it at a price that I still have yet to see it drop back down to, and I'm very pleased to have it. I don't know what made me want to get this show and what's making me want to watch it, because I really do want to watch it. And I really wanted this show in the box set form just because they recently pressed these discs and you don't have to deal with the Warner Brothers issues that's happening recently. I wanted to go that route, even if that wasn't an issue. They have the reboot series. I guess they continued this show, and there's like 2 movies or miniseries of the show that continues. And the movies or miniseries is in this set. So this is the only way you can obtain the movies. I'll let you know what I think. Have you seen Gilmore Girls? What's it about? Is it really a girly show? Well, I secretly like this show. Does it have a catchy theme song like Seventh Heaven did? You let me know. But it is definitely that Seventh Heaven, Dawson Creek era. I didn't watch a lot of these girl shows. Hell, I even miss Buffy. I am looking very much forward to go back and check these shows out. Look at how cool the spine is on this. Even if you missed out on getting the single sets, you have all the original artworks on the side. I thought that was a nice touch. The pictures they chose are nice. I noticed with the WB what they do with these sets when they combine all these series, they just use stills that were probably already somewhere in the original releases. So I'm sure they were. They use the same front artwork on these clamshells, which is a little disappointing. They could have changed that up, but who can complain? There is an episode guide inside these clamshells, so that's always good. You like to know what you're watching. When I look at this girl, and all I see is Bad Santa. You remember that one scene? It's classic. Hopefully this is a classic too. Next, here is the classic, A Different World. This is the first season. This, my friends, was very hard to find. You don't see this very often. It's not extremely expensive when you find it, but it is hard to find and it's not cheap either. I will say that this condition isn't to my liking, but this is so rare. I doubt, they might. Who knows? They might re-release this. This is picking up a lot of fanfare even more as the time goes. So they might get another release of this. But I just thought it would be cool to have, even though I don't like having incomplete seasons. And it's just a cool set. Look at that episode guide in there. It's very back to school. I love the style of the episode guide, how it's like a composition book. I know you guys remember Lisa Bonet and Kadeem Hardison and Jasmine Guy and Dawn, I forget her last name. I don't remember the first season too much. I do not remember Lisa Bonet on this show. I do remember she was on it, but I don't remember the episodes. So that is something I look forward to watching. I see them often interviewed about this show, and they talk about how the first season was a little all over the place. Debbie Allen kind of bring a lot of focus and structure to the show. So from season 2, when Jasmine Guy steps into the forefront, the show really becomes what it is. I've seen a lot of that going forward. And there's so many up-and-coming stars on this show. It was so cool. I think this was a vehicle for Lisa Bonet to be a star, to go solo. She left the Cosby Show to do this. I think this is not the solo career she wanted, because shortly after the first season, she goes off to do more dramatic stuff and more shocking stuff. So shout out to Lisa Bonet. We forget to always mention her when people talk about Topanga and the Pink Power Ranger, Saved by the Bells, and all those crushes that people had. If you don't have Lisa Bonet in there somewhere, something is wrong. Lisa Bonet was and is still a treasure. Nowadays, you might see her daughter more. Shout out to Lisa Bonet. Shout out to Jasmine Guy, who took over this show, and the show really showed what Jasmine Guy could do. But that's enough going on about this show. Not the best condition as far as the disc. I will replace it if I ever see it again, but it was a must-have. I'm going to clean the disc up a little bit more, But that's just a me thing, you know. But please, release the complete series of this at some point. I didn't watch this during its airing. I've watched a lot of it and still do in reruns. It's a cool show. It's a fun show. Not my favorite, but I understand the hype. That is about it. These are my hauls. I thought there was a lot of love in these hauls. I thought I'd try something different. You know, we got a mother-daughter love in the Gilmore Girls. We got I Love Lucie and Here's Lucie in a Different World. I think that was a lovely time. Very nostalgic of school times, right? And if I'm not mistaken, the eras are there. You have the Lucie show, that's a different era. Then you have the 80s right there for a different world, and you have the 2000s with Gilmore Girls. So that's love in every era, right? I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you guys had a wonderful Valentine's Day. I hope you truly enjoyed it. Shout out to everybody that's still rocking with me. I appreciate your comments, your likes, your shares, everything that you do. I always appreciate the love you show me when I come back. I always appreciate the love you show me when I'm away. Happy Valentine's Day. Enjoy. Tell me what you think about these pickups. I tried something different. I tried to put a little love in that pickup. Tell me what you think. Somebody might say it might have been a little girly, a little soft, but nevertheless, good TV. You know the deal, you know the drill. I'll see you on the next one.